Hello everyone, Firecrest Gaming here, and welcome back to the F1 2015 LMP Championship with myself, Boss OMG, LMP's Statistic, and Dark Gunner 40. We're here for the second round now at the Malaysian Grand Prix. Obviously last time out in Australia was a bit of a chaotic race with lots of retirees, and all three of my rivals, main rivals at least, going out of the race. LMP Statistic and Dark Gunner 40 both retiring, and Boss OMG getting disqualified towards the end of the race. What's going to happen here in Sepang? Well, let's find out.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang for what is going to be a fascinating race.
Yes, thank you for that fantastic insight to the race, David Croft, but we don't want to listen to you anymore. So, moving on to the start of the Grand Prix, we're starting in P11 behind, I think that's Fernando Alonso, and ahead of one of the Saubers. I think that's Boss OMG. It is indeed, wearing Marcus Ericsson's helmet. But anyway, the lights are coming on. And we're off. And that was an eternity to wait for the lights to go out. But never mind. Heading down towards Laggy Avenue. Heading down towards turn 1. That was a really, really large amount of lag. Boss OMG diving up the inside. I think he just hit the back of Statistic there. But look at this. Will Stevens is leading the start of this race. The randomised grid order puts Stevens in a very good position at the start at the front of the field, and now he's leading into coming out of the first few corners into turn 4. Maybe we can get the run on the manor. No, he's somehow got as much traction as us. Okay, ignore the yellow flags for a while because they just seem to be up for the whole race. Seem to be kind of glitch where we got it stuck, and there we go. Cleared the manor. That is game, set, and match. We've got the lead. Let's do this. And I have got to be honest with everyone. The rest of this race, kind of nothing happened. Well, that is Statistic just getting past the manor there. But nothing else happened really. I just kept my lead over everybody else. It slowly ascended it. And that was it really. There was nothing more to this Grand Prix. It really was one of those races that seemed to be reflective of the real 2015 F1 season, because most of the races it wasn't very exciting, nothing much happened apart from the start, which was a bit manic with the lagginess and the leading manner, but that was it after that. So I think we'll have to cut a long way into the future. Let's do that. And there we are, cutting on to lap 6. That's how little happened. We've cut onto the pit stop lap, setting obviously the prime tyres, the orange walled tyres in exchange for the white walled mediums that we currently have on. Heading into the pit box. We're obviously going to lose our lead. I think it's Rosberg and NASA who stay out. I believe everyone else comes in with me, or was there some cars who stayed out? I'm not sure, looking back at it. You see that actually the tyres are actually in a fairly bad state, but we've got so much of a lead it doesn't really matter too much. Into the pits. Clean pit stop. Could have been a bit quicker probably, but the tyres are on and off. And the hard tyres didn't stop me because they actually felt half good. Going around Malaysia, they weren't the best. Obviously, I would have preferred the mediums, but they really weren't that bad. I thought the hard tyres were a lot worse than this. You know, if anyone's seen Arava and Tim Muddick's latest cult video, that was the Mexico one. One, I'd strongly recommend going to watch it, and two, honestly, I'm just. Nothing happened. So little happened in this race. I'm tempted to do that commentary thing where he just went around and talked about the whole lap. So, as you can see on the left, coming out of turn 4, there are many of tree, the finest grown trees in Malaysia. They're only the best hand-picked ones were designed for the Malaysia International, the Sepang International Circuit. And coming here, you see more of the trees over there on the left, just ahead. And then the gravel traps, fine gravel, having to be mined from the most extreme, some of the most extreme of places. That work conditions, horrible over there. This is probably getting really dark, isn't it? Literally, I may as well just put the most boring music over this. It would be more exciting than watching any more laps of this than is necessary. I've just put this one in just so I can make some cheap jokes. Seriously. It's just... Although, the irony, I'm playing as in Felipe Massa's car, and I've got Felipe Nasser in front of me. Oh no, that's probably funnier than anything that happened. That's probably why we need this whole Skype call thing, maybe, to do this thing. Just to maybe just add something to these races. I think we'll just cut to the end. Yeah, let's just cut to the end. Yeah, that's about right. On to lap 14. I'm not even joking when I say nothing happened. We re-overtook Rosberg and Nasser when they made their pit stops. Nasser actually slotted into a very competitive 4th position. And obviously with Bossum G and the Sauber was in P3, so he was going to bring his Sauber home on the podium. But it's... I don't know, we're not doing constructors or anything, it's really mainly about the drivers. But it would have been a very good race for Sauber if we were doing constructors. But regardless, we've come out the last corner, and we've won in Malaysia. So yeah, it was a completely uninteresting race in the end. Get your words right, Ross. Never mind. You see actually Grosjean here, he's having a horrible time. But speaking of horrible times, let's cut onto Bossum G's replay camera as he comes around the second to last corner. We actually can watch these now because they're finishing the race. The massive tank slapper coming out of the second to last corner. Oh, well held though, very well held. Managed to hold that slide. And there's Nasser in the background, you can just see in P4. However, as it would turn out to be, Bossum G's podium was to be short-lived, as it found out we had a 5-second penalty after the race. I believe that was for corner cutting or track limits, but near as not the same thing. And then we go back to Grosjean. Look how much his car is sliding around. And at this corner, opposite lock. And it's all over the show. Poor little Stevens, stuck in 15th. Oh yeah, and Dark 40 had also retired from this race, so he had 2 retirements to his name. But, onto the podium celebrations. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you have all the way to the end of the Snore Grand Prix, as I'll call this, it's another win, I guess. And there you go. You can get the final confirmation settings. We won from Nico Rosberg, Felipe Nasser, Bossum G, who ended up having a penalty, Valtteri Bottas, Carlos Sainz, LMP statistic, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, and Pastor Maldonado. And just outside the points is Max Verstappen and Jenson Button. Honestly, that race could not have been more uninteresting if it tried. I'm not exaggerating in any way when I talk about how boring this race was. And I'm sorry that I keep repeating it, but I really need to hammer the point home here. But oh, I am praying for a more exciting race in China. So yeah, I guess if that's all it's done, then I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.